wish I had learned this years ago. I had no idea that you could do a flush this easy and stay so safe for your engine. You're truly blown away by the results, including how your heat and air conditioning smells. I mean, I would have been doing this all the time had I known. Thinking about doing a radiator flush, so I've got 7 gallons of distilled water there, way more than I'll need probably. So with a lot of cars, you'll open up drains in the block and be able to drain out all the coolant, and then of course drain the radiator. There probably are block drains on here. I'm not aware of where they are. So here's kind of my thought. We'll see if y'all agree. I'm thinking pull the thermostat, open up the drain on the radiator, let it drain out, and then start the car and start pouring the distilled water directly into here with this basically open, obviously no thermostat in there, and pour 3 or 4 gallons of water through there and watch it through the drain down there to see if it's coming out coolant colored or rust colored or whatever. And once it's coming out clear, then it's probably done. Go ahead, shut off the engine, and when it starts to cool back down, which hopefully I can pump a couple gallons through there without it getting hot. Obviously you would not want to have a totally hot engine and then pour cold water directly down there. At least I would think that would be a recipe for disaster. That's why I'm thinking doing it with the engine cold to start with, and trying to do it rapidly enough that it'll pump the water through, flush out the system, so to speak. Obviously also turn on the heat to full blast. That's kind of my thought. I'm curious what y'all think, because I have heard of others pouring it into the reserve tank. But here's my thought on that, and tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. I think if you pour it in there, it's just going to run out of the radiator drain and never actually get sucked up through here and go into the engine block. So it's not actually going to flush the engine block, because the radiator drain will intercept it and keep it from getting here. Whereas if you had either that open or the hose here open and pour in through the hose, either way, again without the thermostat, otherwise you're going to be stuck at the thermostat until the engine warms up, and then you're pouring cold water into a hot engine. Not a good idea. Let me know. Cap off of there, and then I'll go under here and open the drain into a bucket. This is the drain right here. You can usually sometimes you can turn it by hand, but you can also put a pair of pliers or something on there. And you can, if you want, put a hose off of here to direct the flow if you need to. So you can see when it first came out, it looked kind of like a rust coming out of there. And now it's looking more like coolant. So it's definitely due for a flush. Alright, it's almost done draining. I'm going to test my theory. I'm going to pour some water into the overflow tank and see if it speeds up over here. So yes, that confirms my theory that pouring it into the overflow tank is only really flushing the radiator, not the block. That's what came out. Nasty, nasty. Cool thing I learned with this off, you can just pour right in here without the engine running. And it flushes. So I don't even have to do any risk at all as far as running the engine and it possibly getting hot or anything. It's literally pulling it through the system and draining out. yes, I would say that works absolutely fantastic. I put 4 gallons through here, engine off, so no risk to anything. And it is totally going through the system and coming out the bottom of the radiator, so it's flushing everything. The next thing you want to do when it's done flushing is reach up under here and close your drain. And you can actually do it without the vehicle on a lift or anything. You can actually reach right through there and get it. I'll just block the camera doing it. The Ford refill process is to fill directly into here. They suggest that you remove the lower heater core hose from the intake and fill until it's running out of there. I find that step is unnecessary. I just fill into here until this is full and not taking any more. I'm going to start with pure antifreeze because we just put 4 gallons of water in the car. Yes, this new yellow color is the highest standard of antifreeze there is. They call them universal, but the yellow seems to be what everybody says is best. Now you can see it's basically full here. There may be a little bit drain off into the rest of the car. I may top it off once more before I put the thermostat back in. And so those of you going, why did you put straight coolant? Because like I said, there should be nothing but distilled water in the system right now, so we want to get it up to as close to 50-50 as we can. If you haven't replaced your thermostat in recent time, you'd want to put a new one in. Mine's basically new, so I'm going to reuse it. Rubber seal goes in after it. This cap goes over. I anti-seize the heck out of these bolts. Laugh at me all you want, but if you saw the first time I ever removed this, you know why I do that. Torque spec is 15 to 22 foot-pounds. I'm going to bottom them out with this and then torque them. I'm going to go 19. I will fill up the overflow tank next. And these bottles are great for recycling your old coolant. Just pour in there and take it to your parts store or whoever recycles in your area. And I'm going to go 50-50 the rest of the way until it's full. And what you're going to find, you're going to run your engine, let it warm up and so forth, and you're probably going to be a little bit low. You're going to have to top it off maybe a couple times before you get it perfectly filled. That's okay. Just obviously don't drive long distances with it low, but you know, here in the next day or two, it may run a little bit low. I have squeezed the upper radiator hose in the past. I don't know if that really bleeds or not, but I'm going to run it with the cap off and top off a little bit here, and that should help. And all I do to make this, I just pour the concentrate about halfway and then fill the other half with distilled water, and then take the peak bottle and fill it up with distilled water, and then you have 2 gallons of 50-50.